Aloha! Hawaii is home to some of the most beautiful and unique landscapes in the world. Today I'll be talking about Hawaii's environment, including its volcanoes, tropical rainforests, and oceans. To begin, volcanoes are an interesting and important part of Hawaii's geography. Without these volcanoes, the islands wouldn't exist at all. And these volcanoes are especially unique because unlike most other volcanoes that are created when tectonic plates meet and push magma upwards, instead, Hawaii is located nowhere near the meeting of tectonic plates, and instead these volcanoes are created on spots of hot magma located deep under the ocean floor called the Hawaiian hotspots. There are 5 different active volcanoes in Hawaii, one of which is Kilauea, which has been erupting basically continuously for the past 35 years, and it last erupted in May 2018. At some points during its 3-month-long eruption, lava shot up in the air over 100 feet, and at other points it flowed like water, creating deadly rivers that caused lots of destruction and millions of dollars of damage. Although Hawaii's volcanoes are destructive, they're also productive, and they help the island grow outwards and upwards, as well as releasing many nutrients that are beneficial to the tropical ecosystem. Next, Hawaii is the only state in the United States that has tropical rainforests. These rainforests can be found on each of the state's 8 islands, and they cover about 25% of Hawaii's total land. These rainforests are among one of the wettest plates on Earth. Some areas of the island receive over 450 inches of rain every year. These rains help blossom a beautiful diversity of plants. One of their plants is the Ohio lehua, which is a fiery red flower which produces sweet nectar, which is the most important food source for Hawaiian forest birds. And the woods of these plants were once used to build canoes, homes, and spears for the island's inhabitants. Another beautiful tree is the rainbow eucalyptus tree, who sheds its bark in beautiful, sensational strips of color, as seen in the images on the bottom right. Many of the biggest staples among the diets of native Hawaiians are found in these tropical rainforests, such as strawberry guavas, bananas, and taro. The vegetation in these rainforests also provide food and shelter for an extremely unique wildlife. In fact, according to World Atlas, Hawaii has the highest rate on Earth of endemism among Hawaiian birds, meaning that there is an immense variety of bird species in Hawaii that can only be found on these islands. One of these birds is the ningoose, which is Hawaii's state bird, and another bird is the Hawaiian honeycreeper, which is a brightly colored bird whose feathers are symbols of power and are considered to be spiritual guides for families in native Hawaiian culture. Birds aren't the only animals that can only be found on these tropical rainforests. These forests are also home to many unique snails, spiders, as well as feral pigs, frogs, and carnivorous caterpillars. Finally, Hawaii's unique biological features aren't just limited to rainforests. Interesting plants, animals also inhabit the oceans. Hawaii's green sea turtles, spinner dolphins, humpback whales, and sea lions are just a few of the creatures that make their homes just off the coast. Hawaii's coral reef system, sometimes referred to as the rainforest of the sea, has more than 7,000 known species of marine plants and animals. The coral reefs themselves are also living animals that eat, grow, and reproduce. These living reefs span 410,000 acres, providing habitats for marine life as well as protecting Hawaii's shoreline from erosion. Hawaii has hundreds of beautiful beaches in every size, shape, and most notably color. White sand is the most common type of sand found in Hawaii, and it's made up of tiny particles of calcium carbonate, which is produced by marine life such as shells and skeletons. And others include black, red, and even green sand. Black sand beaches are created from lava that has reached the ocean, cooled, and weathered down into small sandy particles. Red sand beaches are formed when lava cools on Earth's surface, and the rocks are exposed to open air where high iron content in the rocks causes them to form iron oxide. These particles once again are broken down from erosion and cover the shores with red sand. Lastly, green sand is the least common color of sand. Hawaii's Papakolea Beach is one of only 4 beaches in the world with green sand. The beach is in an eroded section of a tuft ring, which is a volcanic feature where magma and groundwater mix to cause an explosion. This tuff ring, in particular, is rich in olivine, making the sand green. Hawaii's beautiful beaches, tropical rainforests, and volcanoes are all incredible sights to see, and it is no surprise that people travel across the world to see them. Next, Spencer's going to talk about tourism in Hawaii. Woo.